For the first time, U.S. Air Force F-35 fighter jet has successfully fired its internal gun from the air. The F-35 Joint Strike Fighter Integrated Test Force is in the process of testing the F-35A Lightning II's newest munitions asset, a 4-barrel Gatling gun that fires 25mm rounds known as the GAU-22A. The first phase of testing started June 9, when the first shots were fired on the ground at the Edwards Gun Harmonizing Range. The test team hopes to finish ground testing sometime during August and start the airborne phase in late September. An operational gun capability will be added with a future block of software, which is in the beginning stages of testing at Edwards AFB. The tests are done using a target practice round, the PGU-23U, which fires from the gun, but does not explode on impact. The tricky part about this test phase is that the gun will never operationally fire on the ground. To conduct the test, they have to use software to bypass interlocks, to make the aircraft think it's in the air. As an Air Force pilot, it's going to be one more thing that I can select to either strafe air-to-ground targets or shoot as an air-to-air weapon, said Major Andrew Rollins, the 461st Flight Test Squadron Assistant Director of Operations and the test pilot on the project. While deployed, Rollins said he used the gun often. He also said it's particularly useful in an air-to-ground role when enemy targets are in a close proximity to friendlies and dropping a bomb is not prudent. The GAU-22/A uses a 25mm shell, which is significantly more powerful than what I've been used to in legacy aircraft, like the F-16 Fighting Falcon, F-15E Strike Eagle, and F-15C Eagle. All those aircraft use a 20mm shell, Rollins said. Integrating a weapon into the aircraft is not in itself unique. But what does make this project special is that it's being integrated into a stealth platform. In legacy aircraft, the gun fires through a hole in the outer molding. In this case, to keep the jet hidden from radar signatures, the gun will be kept behind closed doors until the trigger is engaged. The ground tests are designed to answer questions like, does the gun door open correctly? Does the gun spin up and down correctly? Does the air flow through the vent? And is it adequate to clear the flammable gases? Prior to testing the integration of the GAU-22A into the F-35A, the gun itself was tested as a standalone. It was also flown during test points, without firing, to ensure that the flight envelope would not overstress the gun mounts. Preparing for the ground gun fire tests in the aircraft took roughly 6 months. The testing airframe, tail number F2, is a highly modified flight sciences aircraft and underwent 4 months of instrumentation modifications and had a line production gun installed for this project. Tiffany Krogstad, the Lockheed Martin AF-2 flight test engineer, said that the AF-2 is normally a scientist aircraft executing loads and buffet testing. AF-2 is the only aircraft in the world that can get us this data, Rollins said. It's been highly instrumented in order to get us the information we need to proceed to the next test point and ultimately to get the gun to its full envelope.
Splash. 4, 3. 4, 3. 7, pickle, 1 away.